It's so dumb.
Welcome to Unsought Opinions. That is,
Dude, I'm amazed you're able to get through that.
dude, that's going to be our new thing. Every week is going to be a different instrument.
Wait, what is that?
Hey,
Oh,
you
a
asked
wood
for
flute?
it, you get it.
This is a Native American, a Navajo wood flute.
It's
hand-carved,
actually pronounced Navajo.
a Navajo wood flute. All of our Unsoughties on YouTube now. We have a YouTube channel. You can see
Saudis.
the
Do we really?
hand craftsmanship. Yeah, we do. We are rocking on all the platforms.
We actually have
except
YouTube
for-
now?
I'm still talking. Please don't talk over me.
Can I finish?
We talked about this. Yeah, we will have YouTube. This will be on YouTube. Currently, I don't know if we have YouTube or not, Dan.
Kind of.
Yeah, so we're streaming across all major platforms except for the big ones.
I would say YouTube is the big one.
We're not there.
Yeah, we're
we
getting there.
will be.
Okay.
iTunes will be up. We're on Podbean. If anyone likes Podbean.
I think if they're listening to this, they know that.
I think our Saudis are definitely on Podbean.
Yeah. Dude,
Question.
That's the only place.
Isn't
they are.
iTunes gone?
No, iTunes is still there.
I thought it was just Apple Music now.
No, you can still get iTunes. It's just not. I don't think you can
What is iTunes versus
buy music
Apple
on
Music?
iTunes anymore. I think everything music related is now on Apple Music, but I think iTunes is still like. I think it actually has to do with like podcasting and stuff now more. But I don't know.
Within the last month, have bought an album on iTunes.
Oh, okay.
I was
Well,
just
you
asking,
bought an
or
album?
Hannah and I were talking about, do people actually buy music anymore?
Uh,
And I guess you do.
I pay Apple Music for.
Well, yeah, but
You
just like buying a song
subscribe
to
to that?
Well,
own.
it's part of my Apple One thing,
What's Apple One?
oh, dude, you're
where,
in
where you
it.
get like the cloud, you get
Yeah.
the Apple Plus, you get
The arcade.
Yeah, but I don't think I've ever played
You
on
get
it.
the news.
Yep, I got news, dude.
Jeez, man.
I got it all. Yeah, they give you like a whole bunch of stuff, and it's like a few bucks a month.
How much does that cost?
I think I have that for
I
Google.
think it's like 20
it's like
bucks
a few
or
bucks a
something.
month.
It's like 20, 25, maybe 30. Could be like.
Hey, we should all just sit here and watch Steven while he's doing this.
You know that we now have a camera, so now everybody can tell
Hey
you're
guys, I'm
disinterested?
sorry. I got a business thing, and I never get business things anymore. So
Hey, well, this is our chance to have a good conversation.
Hey, can you guys kind of fill me in because I've missed a couple podcasts?
was
Can you
hurtful.
can you tell
No,
me?
You missed one. I missed the other.
Oh, okay.
You feel like
Really?
you're me, and I feel like I'm you.
Well, I
sometimes.
want to know. You guys talked about Miami aliens, right?
Miami.
Miami alien. Okay. Did
We
we
figured it out.
did we conclude that it's definitely shadow aliens?
Well,
Well,
we definitely
aliens.
know that they're covering something up.
Yeah, but did you guys see the amount of cops there?
That's what I'm saying.
I have
That's
to
why
talk
we-
about this a little bit. I know you talked about it already, but I kind of have to. I've never seen something like that. And the weird video of the little shadow walking, it's weird.
Yeah, but have you ever shined a light behind you and then seen how far
Shown.
your shadow
It's
is? in front of
shunned.
you?
Shunned.
Yeah, it's
I
definitely shunned.
Shanned.
I've never
you're right. It is Shand. Sorry.
It is
Shand.
is Shand, yeah. I don't think I've ever done that, but I don't know. It's the weird thing about that one frame is there's a million cops there, and no one is like paying attention to that shadow thing walking. So was it like hiding itself from the cops,
Or
and
maybe
just
it
making
was, like,
itself
not-
visible to the '98 Nokia that was filming it or something?
Do you ever walk down the street and notice that no one's looking at your shadow?
I have never seen someone staring at my shadow. If that's what you're asking,
That's what I'm asking.
I want to be honest. I look at people's shadows and stare them down.
dude, you can tell a lot from someone's shadow. They
Yeah.
look way fatter,
Dude,
Like,
shit.
if-
depending on the light or way skinnier,
And
Yeah.
taller.
taller. Sure,
darker.
they're on the ground usually. Yeah.
Sometimes on a building, depending again
Sometimes
on the
both.
time of day. All right, Ben, we're losing Ben.
Nope. It's good.
All right,
Keep-
so
keep
we-
talking about
so
shadows.
just-
It's great combo.
As a consensus, did we conclude that those were aliens?
Yes.
Yes.
We
Okay.
also
All right.
concluded that it was not.
Okay, I'm kind of in the same boat.
Okay.
I'm about 75 both. At least that totals 100.
And this is why people come to the Unsought Opinions
I know.
podcast to figure out the hard-hitting truths of what happened on that Miami.
Fateful
Miami.
evening.
He said Miami. He's right. It's Miami. Let's try to be culturally appropriate. Sorry. Let's not appropriate cultures, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
We have to be appropriate to the appropriation.
Well, let's not do appropriation. Although appropriation is appreciation.
Okay, so we're going to get into our weekly segment of How's Your Week Been? Luke, how's your week been?
It's been great.
How's your 2 weeks been?
It's been great, dude. Yeah.
Anything
I started a new
new
job.
happening?
New job. So back to the to the grind.
Is
as
this the
the,
type of job
Zoomers say? Go
Where
ahead.
is this a type? This is humor. Is this the type of job where you can like actually tell us what you do and such?
Yeah, dude.
Unlike
what
the
do you do
last
now?
one. Can we actually say what state we're in now?
Well, I want to wait on that. Just just for now.
I got a question.
Go ahead.
Is the fire department where you are is it still linked to
I now work for the fire department.
is it still linked to the EMT
Yeah.
place?
Well,
or
so
are they separate?
No. So a little fun fact about fire and rescue is every place that has a fire department is also like EMT rescue, unless you're talking like a massive city. So like FDNY or whatever.
Yeah, I just thought
They don't.
that specific
That's
one
the
was
fire
separated.
department of New York.
That is the fire department in New York.
Upstate?
They do only
Saratoga.
fire. I think they've got separate like
Right outside of
EMS
Buffalo?
units. I think DC. Not that we're anywhere near that place, but I think they do a mix. So I think like massive cities only do the fire side, but
How many
almost
people
everywhere
do they have
is
employed?
in DC or in FDNY.
Either.
23,000.
Dude, no one cares.
They have, I would guess,
he's
over
trolling you.
100,000.
Okay, so
Nationwide.
your training's going well. You're in the training phase.
Yeah, dude.
Okay, so it's a normal, steady job where they're working you over 40
Have you had to
hours.
go into
Yeah,
any
dude.
burning buildings?
No, dude. I'll
Ditches?
No burning
Not
yet.
even during this crazy snowstorm.
No burning yet. I mean, I had a fire at my house, but no burning.
people.
No professional burning yet. I guess is
Purposeful
the-
fire at your
Purposeful profession. I did
Do
have
you-
a purposeful fire.
Do you know any arsonist firemen yet?
People like firemen that love to set fires?
You've never heard that phrase, arsonist fireman?
No.
I
It means
it's
you
like a
set
thing.
problems that you want to fix, but it comes from a lot of people are like pyromaniacs.
Is this a real thing? So like, there's firefighters across the nation that set fire to stuff secretly just so they can fight it.
That's what there's a big like I don't know.
Cabal?
Enough that there's a theme
Cult?
of it, a
Following?
zeitgeist.
A zeitgeist? Well, that doesn't.
And that's
no.
not really true, but enough of them that people say arsonist firefighter, and so that's a like if someone's like in love with fire, they love watching fire and setting fire, then they join the fire department so they can be around fire.
I mean, I like fire. So that
Are you
answers
an
your
arsonist?
question. I'm not an arsonist. I mean, I have set fire to things in bonfire pits.
And blown up a grenade.
I have blown up
Homemade.
a grenade. That was great.
That wasn't a grenade; it was just tannerite.
No, that was a
we
grenade.
made him a grenade one time.
Oh, yeah. I was not there.
Yeah, dude.
That was the same day.
Is
as
that legal to
tannerite.
say on here?
That was the same
It's
day,
all
right?
alleged anyway.
It was the same day. Yeah.
No,
Okay,
that
when we were
was-
at the barn.
Yeah.
No. Oh yeah, the
And
barn
there's-
day, but I don't think we did tannerite
And there's
there.
propane tanks.
We did
Oh, maybe
tannerite
I was
at
thinking it
his
was
place.
tannerite. Dude, yeah, that's why we can't go to his place.
That's right. We blew up a tree in half at Ben's house.
I don't know if we did. I think Mark did.
Hi, Mark.
Friend
Okay.
of the show. Friend of the show.
Well, great. Dan, how's your week?
I knew you were doing that.
It was great. I just was hoping for snow all week, and we got some.
We did
A
get
good
amount of
old
snow.
3 to 4 inches, I think.
Yeah,
And
man.
tonight,
It looked like 6 to
degrees,
me.
which is rare.
That's to me.
That's gonna be brutal.
Dude, I think it was only like 3 or 4 here. I don't know.
My poor
about way
chickens.
up in the mountains.
We counted different up there.
Yeah.
So that's what's going on with me. What about you guys?
Well, we already moved on. Can you chill?
No, the snow was about me. And it snowed at my
Hey,
house.
Blue, how's your week, man?
Good, man. Good. Yeah,
Man, we need a topic bad right now, guys.
well,
We got some. This is this
there are
segment.
there's some tunnels going on underneath New York City that we could talk about.
Dude, I'm
Yes.
fascinated
Hey,
by
Let's
that.
hear 'em.
Have you guys also heard of the tunnels underneath like all of Europe that have like what is it, catacombs?
What?
Yeah.
Is
I
that
had
a
one
thing?
of those in my church.
I don't.
in
I mean,
Warrenton.
catacombs are a thing.
But like under every like, there's like that horror movie that they made about.
I
it
just
or
want to
whatever.
say it's very hurtful that I asked every one of you how your week was, and no one reciprocated that.
How's your week?
I
Steve?
know it's over now.
Well,
Can you-
we're talking about
we
catacombs.
haven't
Just give
gotten
us, like,
to it
a-
yet.
Can you give us like a little like two word? Is it good?
It's good.
Okay. Good.
Okay, Dan.
We
Already said it was good.
Okay, so now back to the thing that we had organically flown into: catacombs under Europe or somewhere.
Yeah, that's a thing, right?
Yes.
Okay, but
I know that catacombs are a thing. It's where they bury all the dead saints and stuff
Under churches, right?
under churches.
are they accessible or are they
Yeah.
all sealed up?
No, it's accessible.
Are there ghosts?
for
if
sure.
they're not happy.
You know how many dead people make ghosts?
Luke, he doesn't.
It's a 1-to-1 ratio.
He doesn't even believe in any ghosts at all, and he hates that he just led you guys into
Yeah.
thinking that there are
Dude,
ghosts.
I'm regretting this.
He's like, ghosts are
You
not
want to
real.
get into some ghosts? We
Back
can
to how
get
your
into some ghosts.
week was, Steve.
You don't like ghosts? Are you don't believe in ghosts?
It's not that I
Did you see that smirk that he was
Dude, he's like, you guys are idiots.
don't believe. I don't. It's not that I don't believe in ghosts. What you have to define ghosts first. I think.
We always have to define every
Yes,
cryptic thing
because
that we talk about.
you have to have an understanding of what we're talking about because we can't agree on something.
I
if
think we
our
all know what a
fundamental.
ghost is.
Okay,
You're 100%
Okay.
right about that.
Think
I agree.
white bed sheet with 2 holes cut out, and it says, "Ooh."
I've done that, so I know that that's real.
I have been a ghost.
Okay, we don't have to get into that whole subtopic, but why are you asking if the catacombs are haunted?
It's kind of cool.
Oh,
Like
that-
it'd be creepy. to
you
go
don't
down
have
there.
anywhere
That's
to go
it.
in.
That's literally it. I was just like, wow, is that a real thing?
Back to you in the studio.
All right, so are those similar to these tunnels under New York City, Ben?
No.
Can you fill us in on what these tunnels?
I,
Dude,
well,
way to
I don't
get us
think I don't
back on
think
track.
with that they even really know what they're for yet.
So
I think it's still like,
Yeah, I read the article. I was a little confused at what was happening.
yeah, I think everybody's a little bit confused by what's
So I-
So they found a bunch of tunnels under New York City that's compromised a bunch of buildings that were dug up by the Jews.
by the
and it's
Jewish
like-
people.
And somehow connected to their synagogue.
they were
Yes.
saying that it was students of the Jewish school that were doing it illegally.
I've heard that too.
This the article that you sent us, it was about
Right.
these students apparently vandalized the school and dug all these tunnels and everything. And then further, you know it way better than I do, I'm sure, but there's
probably not.
all these rumors and stuff that it goes into like the pedophilia stuff and
Ooh, shoot!
there's
I do not know that.
oh really?
Yeah.
So that's what they were saying. The article was sorry.
Oh, you guys actually read that article?
I read it. It was like
I
this
did not see that part.
Me neither.
it was a Jewish published article, the Jewish Tribune or something. And they were saying
Sorry.
a lot of anti-Semitic hate speech and stuff arose from this tunnel thing, saying like sewer Jews and stuff like that.
Oh.
But then they were also saying there's rumors and stuff of like
You didn't have to say it.
Yeah, that was wild.
I'm just quoting the
The article did
Dude.
say that in like
The
the
article-
first
Well,
paragraph.
if you're gonna say that, you should throw one of these in
Yeah,
there.
and also you shouldn't
Okay.
be smiling from cheek to cheek.
Yeah, you shouldn't be joyful about the term that of
guys.
sewer cheese.
I have family that's Jewish. I
So
love
I'm
the
part Jewish. So I
he
can
said
talk
juice,
about it.
by the way, just for clarification.
Sewer juice.
juice.
That's
Dude,
even
that
more
is
disgusting.
somehow
not-
worse.
Not good. So anyway, I have no issues with the Jews. I back.
Well, obviously, we
I'm
love the Jews.
Great with it. Golly, this is not where I thought this day would go.
Well, another thing that I'd heard was
I
that they
kind
were
of felt
anyway-
like it was going to go this way.
Can I finish?
Yeah.
Can
not.
Can I
I
finish?
think when you said sewer Jews, you pretty much did.
But
You're done.
there's rumors and stuff unsubstantiated that they were pulling out like bloody mattresses and things
Oh.
like that. That like
I
it got
did see
dark.
that part.
I don't. I have to do some research into this. I don't understand it fully.
Okay, so yeah, you guys looked way more into it than I did. I'd heard the thing about the students,
You got to keep the mic to your mouth at all times.
but I also heard that like it might have started like at the beginning of COVID for them to like be able
Ooh,
to still
careful.
get to their synagogue.
Get deleted from YouTube.
COVID
Watch
is
the video.
not
Well,
a thing.
they wanted to keep doing whatever they do in their synagogue, and I think during COVID they got shut down. So that might I don't know.
oh, so it was
it
like
did
an
say something.
So like
underground church.
they wanted to get to their church, their synagogue.
Did it say something about that? You were saying?
It did. Exactly what he just said.
Yeah, I mean,
Back to you in the booth.
But what I'm saying is, I think because of all these emerging theories, I don't think we know what's happening yet, and I think we'll find out maybe over the course of the next couple weeks. So we'll probably touch back on this.
Which gets back to the Miami aliens.
Right. Yeah, that's a crazy cover up.
Do you guys think that they're, and you can interrupt me if you guys have had these discussions, but are they actually hiding aliens somewhere?
According to David Grush, they are.
Oh, dude, you keep talking about this guy.
Well, yeah, dude. If we're gonna
is
talk
he?
about aliens, we gotta talk about Grush, my
Dude.
boy,
So I had
friend of the show.
friend of the show. No, but
He's a major donor.
this is a true story. I dated a girl once,
Can
and
we get in trouble
her,
for saying that?
Wait.
it's true.
We're gonna need documentation.
Her dad was a 3-star general in the Air Force and was like second in command of all bomber and fighter jets in the nation and stuff. Like he was a
Yeah.
big dude.
Sick.
Where was
Um,
he stationed? Do you know?
I don't want to devolve.
Can you
a
tell
lot
us
51.
if you
What's it,
can't
East
tell,
Coast, West Coast?
in the U.S.?
if you can't tell us where you're stationed, can you at least tell us his first and last name?
Yeah, exactly.
He's right.
Anyway, so she went to Tech, and so I had to drive down to Tech one time with him, which is a 4-hour drive.
Nice.
And so you get to talking about things.
Sure.
And at one point, he had been in like Area 51 area, and I was like, "So, be real with me. Is there anything there?" And he said,
Okay, wait. When he said this, was he looking forward or looking in your eyes?
He was driving.
Was he looking in your eyes?
No, he was looking forward.
Okay.
So he said, exactly. He just turns and stares me down.
He's like driving down the road.
He
just
said,
turns.
as I was getting, like when I first went there, I was really excited, hoping to see something and hoping that they had stuff, but they don't have anything there. And so
Makes perfect
if
sense
someone
to
in the
me.
military tells you they don't have anything there, I think that we can only conclude that there's nothing there. Otherwise, why would they say it?
Obviously, they would never lie to us. The federal government is totally trustworthy, so
they take
I think,
oaths.
I think, yeah.
well,
they
it's
get
not even
sworn
put their hand on the Bible.
51 that you got to worry about. It's S4, right?
Dude, yeah.
Wait,
So
where's
that's
that?
what, afterwards I learned about all that and like underneath Denver Airport and all that as well. Is
Oh, yeah,
crazy.
dude.
That's
Hey, I've slept there. I haven't heard anything about
underneath it. Dude, the
No.
Denver Airport leans into it. Like they have
Yeah, dude,
they're
it's
like their
totally, dude, I
construction
love it.
walls and stuff. They're like, we're not hiding any UFOs. We're
Okay,
just-
can
Hold
someone
on,
tell
hold
me
on.
about
Denver
this?
Airport is like a tent.
A tent,
Yeah,
What?
it's basically a giant white tent.
because they're hiding stuff
maybe
underneath.
you've never been to the Denver Airport.
No,
I
I have
think-
lots
I
of
think
times.
he's right, but
where
it-
Frontier is.
There's a building there though. It's not an actual tent.
It's a
Yeah, it's a
really
I know,
big
It looks like
airport.
a
I think what he's saying is it looks like somebody pitched a tent as a building.
yes.
So what they say
Got you.
all across the country are these DUMBs, which is a deep underground military base,
Okay.
which is supposed to have like Man in the High Castle. You saw that?
Oh yeah.
Partly.
Okay, well, all these like crazy experiments and everything are supposed to happen down there. That's where they keep the aliens, all that. Apparently, the Denver Airport is a DUMB, and so the Denver Airport has heard those rumors and leans into it, and they have big signs up saying like, "We don't have aliens here."
Okay.
It's not a
So
DUMB.
have
I've
we as
never
a
seen that at that airport.
It's just funny.
have we as a society leaned away from Area 51?
Well, it's just that everybody knows about Area 51, and it wasn't until
It's a scapegoat.
Bob Lazar that everybody was like, "Oh, S4 is a thing." I think that's what it's called.
What's S-4?
Yeah, I don't
Isn't
know.
that
what
the
is.
like adjacent facility that like is lesser known, but where they actually keep things? That's where I think it's S4. It might be
in
another.
Nevada still?
What?
Still next to Area 51?
I'm honestly not sure.
'Cause I feel like if they were going to spread it out, they should go further.
Yeah, right.
So there's a place-
and it could be.
There's a place in like Michigan or something, or Ohio, or one of those.
I'm sure there's places
in the Midwest,
Michigan and
but that's where like
Ohio.
everyone they say they transport them from Area 51 or Roswell and take them to this other place. I don't remember.
Do you guys think the
Right,
military has
right.
underwater bases? Like
Dude,
deep underwater?
Yeah, it's called Atlantis, bro. Get with the times.
It's
but-
only been there.
But Bob
1,000 years.
Lazar, Bob Lazar was working in. I'm going to call it S4. I think that's where he was working on back engineering craft.
Reverse engineering.
Oh yeah, sorry,
Yeah.
reverse engineering
Back
craft.
engineering.
Yeah,
He
they
was-
really backed
He
up.
was doing it backwards with his
Well,
hands
kind of,
tied
actually.
behind his back,
He was a great engineer.
blindfolded and backwards.
Yeah. So, and I think that's what. That's what he did there. And that was not at 51. That was S4.
Yeah, dude, because everyone knows 51. They're storming 51.
Yeah, dude, they're
for
stinking
crying out
storming
loud.
it. Do you think they're keeping anything of value there? No. Probably
Which
not.
is why my
Maybe they
girlfriend's dad didn't see any aliens there. He was telling the truth.
So that proves that
But
aliens
they
exist.
could also be invisible.
Shit. As we heard from the Miami reports.
Right.
cloaking.
Or was anybody looking for their shadows or just for their bodies?
Apparently, they were only shadows. Some people were reporting that.
Yeah, dude.
Dude. So maybe they were giant shadows, but they're only like those little tiny aliens in Men in Black.
Like walking right up against the lens of the light.
Like every cartoon movie with a monster.
Dude, Space Jam. The little tiny aliens.
Yeah, dude.
Space Jam?
Charles Barkley.
Never seen it.
Did you see that? You probably saw the LeBron one.
Haven't
didn't you?
seen any of them.
Daggone boomer.
I have not
mean,
seen the LeBron. one.
Zoomer.
Did you call me a boomer?
I don't know my generation.
Yeah, I'm 64 years old in this podcast.
You act like it sometimes.
I'm okay with that.
Actually, you're getting younger.
Didn't we used to call you
Appreciate
Grandpa
you.
Luke?
That was what it
Yeah.
was.
Yeah, dude.
So, where do we land on the tunnel thing?
I don't think
Well,
it's that
I think-
interesting.
It might. It actually really might not be.
I
that
don't
interesting.
understand it enough to think it's interesting. I guess, is what I'm
Dude,
saying.
somebody
But it
just
also might just not be interesting.
straight up carved a bunch of tunnels without permission of anything in New York under these skyscrapers
I
and
just-
stuff.
that's-
Hold on,
Did you hear about the guy who could hear him underneath?
Yeah.
That was crazy.
He's like, what is?
Well, no, dude, that was just a dude who's like, he just posted on Twitter like, I hear them dirty Jews crawling under my.
There you go with the smile
Dude,
again, Steve.
Why do you get so happy when you say all these disparaging
You guys gotta
things
stop.
about a whole
I'm
people
not
group?
smiling. I'm laughing.
We have photographic
the
evidence.
ridiculousness of this guy.
So while my
He's just
back's
like,
turned to the
I
camera.
can hear the scratching. Anyway, he got bad, and then like all these tunnels came out, and then he reposted his like comment and said,
He said anyway. He didn't want to get called out again.
"Yeah, dude,
He said I can hear the scratching. Anyway,
Joe
you gotta
Biden over
be
here.
careful."
I was thinking the same thing.
you know the thing.
Oh my gosh!
Early
So-
onset Joe Biden.
I was
Dude, you guys
I was
think that they're gonna-
watching
go ahead.
I was watching the playoffs yesterday, so I didn't listen to watch the Iowa caucus. How did that go?
Dude,
are
he won.
the Cowboys out?
Oh yeah, they got whooped.
Then what do we care about anymore?
The Eagles got whooped last night. It was great,
sick?
That was
So
the best.
NFC East
Wait.
is just out quick.
dude.
feel like
And
they're always so
we
bad.
had our introductory press conference today for our new GM. The dude's a baller.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna listen
Did
to
he
this
have a
back
better
after
intro?
3 years. It's gonna be like the worst. Like, guys, we're going places.
Is it Scott McLuhan or
Yeah,
whatever
exactly.
that dude's name is?
Dude, no, but like this is if you guys want to jump back on the bandwagon, this is going to be another 2012 this year. Like
I mean, I'm still on the bandwagon.
have
I just have
a
nothing to
new
watch.
owner, a new GM, a new head coach, and a
To be
second
new.
overall pick for quarterback. It's probably gonna be Drake
Who's
May.
the coach?
We don't know yet, but it's probably gonna be the Lions offensive coordinator. Who?
Is that Bill Belichick?
Yeah.
Yes.
What happened to Ron Rivera? Did he succumb to cancer?
Oh my gosh.
Wait, who?
No, Ron Rivera, our coach, who had cancer.
He had cancer?
He did, but he got over
He
it.
oh,
He got over it.
He's in remission.
I see.
But no, he was just not a good talent evaluator, and then because of that, he wasn't a good coach, and so he was
Great guy, though.
great guy.
Great guy.
Couldn't do the job he was asked to do.
He's,
Look,
he has
great
a-
guy.
Friend of the show.
terrible at football stuff. Great guy, though.
I'm sure he's good at defense.
And he's a great guy.
He's a great guy.
He's a great guy.
Leader of men, but apparently we had no leadership this year, so who knows what he is.
Great guy.
Great guy. Friend
Not
of
the
the show.
best red blood cell count.
Oh my gosh. Dude, that's gonna be the last, like the next 30 seconds of the podcast is just us like wheezing.
I'm sorry.
So anyway,
God bless the man.
who do
Great
you guys
guy.
who do you guys like for the playoffs?
I don't like anyone. That's why I was asking. NFC East is out.
But the Lions
Don't care
The
anymore.
Lions have, first of all, we might have their offensive coordinator as our head coach.
Still don't
Secondly,
care.
they've never won a Super Bowl. Do you know the last time they won a playoff game?
Probably more recently than we have.
It was Barry Sanders, bruh. I think. Actually, I don't know when it
Is
was.
that more recently
No,
than
it's
us?
not.
Because I honestly don't know.
I think they were the longest, and I could be very wrong with this, but I think they're the longest without a playoff win.
Who is
In the
still?
name. Are you
what teams are
crying?
still in?
Dude, yeah. You got to be close to your mic when you talk.
He's
I am crying.
adjusting something. Hopefully not on camera.
Wait, what
I
teams are
am
still
on the
in?
same couch with him.
What?
What teams are still in?
So you got the Lions,
Okay.
the Niners,
Oh, yeah.
the Ravens, the Texans.
prefer it.
The Texans have a rookie quarterback, and they're exciting. The Buccaneers won with Baker Mayfield, which was exciting. They beat the Eagles.
Sports.
Packers.
Do you guys think they're gonna name a disease after, like, you know, the Lou Gehrig's disease? Are they gonna name it after Joe Biden, like the Joe Biden disease?
Yeah.
Do we know what he has?
Alzheimer's.
It's a mix.
I think it's already been named.
Yeah. They're
But it's
going to
a-
rename it because he's got it so bad.
Are you okay with me? I apologize for hijacking your conversation. It just
Dude.
is on my mind.
Yeah.
Dude, I'll list NFL teams all day.
Well, let's see here. There's the Seahawks.
Seahawks are not in the playoffs.
There's also the Broncos.
I've heard of them. They have the same.
Also not in the playoffs.
Those are the only two teams I can list.
Guys, I wish you were more into sports with me.
Give it time.
Yeah.
When our team becomes good, we'll pay attention more.
No, I am paying attention. I actually check Bleacher Report occasionally.
Dude,
And it's the off season for us. So.
I'm obsessed with Bleacher Report. I check it probably 78 times a day. Anyway,
That's how I was during RG3's
78 times a day.
reign.
probably at least.
Dude, that's more than once a minute
Yep.
in 1 hour. If you-
Yes.
For 1 hour every day, he's checking his phone faster than 1 minute.
I don't understand.
he calls it a sports hour.
Yeah, it's a total blitz of sports information.
Just
Good
keep the
sports
phone
words.
up, Steve. Stop putting it down.
So stupid. What do we? No one even knows what we're talking about. At
Yeah,
this
this conversation got tackled in the backfield.
point, if you know what I mean.
Sports references.
Yeah.
We like
I'm-
sports. And we don't care. who knows. You know the song I'm
No,
talking
you're a sports guy.
Do you know the song I'm talking about?
Sports.
No.
Oh, it's the Lonely Island Boys. Have a
Boy, I do.
football, baseball, basketball, golf. Dude, it's Andy Samberg. It's the best.
Yeah, they're the best.
Get back to what you were talking about, Luke, with the caucus.
The caucus. Got it. So what were you asking about the Iowa caucus? I don't even know what Iowa caucus like really means. I just know that
It happened in Iowa.
I think it's important.
I just knew that DJT won by a landslide, more I think than any Republican in history, which means he's probably going to be our next president. After being president, he'll have his third term.
Are you a
Who
big
is
Trump fan?
DJT?
Oh yeah, dude.
Oh, Donald J. Trump. I was thinking like Ice-T, the rapper, became a DJ.
DJT man.
DJT.
You know. Yeah, dude. I'm a big DJT fan. I guess I'm a fan
Or
of.
Ben, you are also.
of I guess I'm a fan of.
I
his
think he is
logic and
awesome.
not paying $150 at the grocery store every week. I'm a fan of that. I'm a fan of.
I'm
paying-
not sure that it'll ever get better though, because once it gets bad, it usually stays bad.
Yeah, but there's things they can do. The thing that I really liked, if we're gonna kind of go in on this, is the old Vivek Ramaswamy.
Yeah.
Yes.
He dropped out today.
Did he really?
He did. But the thing that he was saying a lot that I was all about, he was talking about laying off 70% of the federal government in the first year, which is the best thing I've ever heard a president say.
Yeah, but that's also not going to happen.
What about the 999 plan from the other dude? Last
Oh, I remember who that was.
Dude.
What was his name? Dang it.
I can't remember. I loved him. He was the best.
You're
Yeah,
talking
if
about
that were to
the
happen-
9% tax on each thing.
Sales tax? That would have sucked.
So it eliminates the IRS entirely.
Yeah.
And then it was like, 9% sales tax, 9% income tax, 9% something.
But we
Yeah.
have friends who work for the IRS.
yeah, I don't
get
really,
rid of them.
I have 3
We
friends.
should
who
have
work
them
for
on the
three.
show.
I don't really care. I think that people
Talk about tax form.
should get
Yes, exactly.
paid to do work and not just sit around and find work. That's just my preference.
All right.
I don't really
firefighter
care.
Luke.
I don't really care if millions of people get laid off and have to go find an actual job. I guess is that cold-hearted?
Says the
Oh, no.
man that
I
spends
agree.
the majority of his shift sleeping.
My
I
dad was trying to. He was putting up a fence around his field and got this like government subsidy to be able to do that on farmland. So they'd be paying for his fence.
Part of the problem.
And it took almost a year of them just selling people to do different
Sorry, Papa Forge.
like for example, like a historical report. The person would show up, never even leave their car, sign a piece of paper, leave, and then they came to
How do I
actually
get-
put in a bridge, and there was one guy working on it, and like 6 guys sitting in the driveway the entire day doing nothing.
yeah, dude.
And
How
then
do
the
we get
bridge,
those
The
jobs?
bridge washed out in the
Easy.
first rainstorm.
I'm telling you, this is I don't know if you remember that. I forget his name. Justin something. I don't
Bieber.
really want to say his last name on the podcast. I remember his last name. But he went to the church that we used to go to, the one that you work for. And he worked at the Navy Yard. I can say that. He worked at the Navy Yard.
Last name starts with an R.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. You know exactly who he is. He would tell me that
How
he
do
would
you
go,
spell
this
the
guy
rest
was
of
in the
it?
Navy. This guy was in the Navy. So armed forces, right? I don't have a problem keeping our armed forces. We support the military, right? Keeping as many people employed there, I guess is what I'm saying. But
Yeah, dude. All of these
They're-
wars are great.
they're, yeah, absolutely. World domination.
I definitely agree.
Keep the economy going.
Yes, you definitely do.
So he would go to work, he said, and all these civilian employees would be staffed in the building. And he said like he would walk past like 15 desks to get to his desk, and these people like literally didn't even know what their job was. And that's on this much of a scale for the Saudis watching, like
Saudi
for the Saudis watching. I don't know what I'm saying. What you're saying, and
you said
what was his
said
job?
Saudis. He said
he worked for the
Saudis.
Navy, so I don't know. He was just an officer doing something in the office there. But all these civilian staff were doing nothing all day, and that's probably honestly over 50% of the federal government is just people. And the problem is, then you have people figuring out something to do, right? The problem now is you have people coming in and saying, I don't really know what my job is, so I'm going to figure out something to do. And a lot of times it results in violations of rights and bills that have no business being on Senate floors and things like that.
What's crazy too is for like defense contractors like Lockheed and Boeing and them, they'll have entire buildings just full of people that are hired but also don't have any jobs. They're just waiting for a contract to come in,
Yeah.
but they have to keep them paid because the government pays them. So
Yeah.
Boeing and Lockheed, they're just making bank. It doesn't matter for them.
Yeah, and those are like that. When you're talking like those people making salaries, they're probably making like hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Oh yeah.
Just waiting around
Just
for a
waiting
contract.
around. I had
Bidding
a
on
guy-
contracts.
My dad had to do that, and he said he was so bored. Literally had absolutely nothing to do. He just sat at his desk and like
How crazy is that? That's like
giving him tests and stuff. He's like, please just let me study anything.
we all know
crazy.
people that have had a job like that.
Are part of the problem.
Part of the problem. Stop sucking on the teat, bruh.
Yeah, I mean, I
that
I
milk
feel
is good.
I don't guess I don't want to say I don't want all those people to be laid off, but I think overall it would be I know overall it'd be a very good thing, because then you'd have more people entering the private workforce, which would result in more money being spent and more money being in the economy, and it's just a better thing overall.
And the less
well,
need
those
for
contractors are private,
No, I'm not even saying contractors. I
so
mean,
they're still getting paid.
Dude, he
I
just
mean-
urinated all over your argument.
I'm not saying like Lockheed and all them. Like, I think that the contracts that they get are way too expensive. Like, I think that the government's paying those people way too much. But whatever, that's one problem at a time. I think they really need to take a look at like 50 to 60% of federal staff that has no business being a thing, and just wiping it off the budget completely. Go for
But
it.
if,
And that was
if
Vivek's
you
idea.
fired
Yeah,
70% of the federal government, wouldn't they have to vote to
No.
fire themselves?
No, he talked about I forget exactly. I want to find the clip now. He talked about something where there was a stipulation that the president could fire up to like 70%. I think that's why it was number, like up to 70% of federal employees. It was there was like something, I forget, he was saying like, and you wouldn't even have to show cause. Like, it would just be like a budget reduction type thing. And it's like, that's what I'm talking about.
But don't they
I wonder
vote
how
on the
much that would
budget
actually
every
save.
year?
No, I mean, it's like any.
I mean,
At least 20
I am
bucks.
so bad with government stuff.
It's like
so I don't
anything.
know.
I mean, he could probably write it off, and then they could probably take 17 votes and, just tie it up in other houses. I don't understand the whole thing anyway. But, like, it could not happen. I just really like that idea. I really want that to happen.
I think
yeah,
it's kind of
I
like
do too.
the conservative version of the Green New Deal, where it would never happen, but it's to
No.
get people to start talking about it.
No, I think
There's
that
no
could
way
happen.
he would not get voted.
That's like the drain the swamp thing.
No, dude, he would get voted. There's way more people that work private.
That's great, but you're not going to get. That's far too radical for the country as it stands right now.
Yeah, we
There's
can't have
no way.
communism if we fire them all.
Huh?
I feel like that's where they want to go. Communism.
Well, yeah, the
Yeah,
bad
but it's
guys.
not only the 70%. You have a lot of that 70% that is conservative as well.
I know.
But I'm just saying, like,
Yeah, I don't care.
it's
Still the control.
my point is, Ramaswamy is a smart guy. He knows he's not going to get elected
Ramaswamy.
by issuing a
I've
70%
never heard
firing
it called
the
Ramaswamy.
the government. It's kind of like the 999 plan. People are not going to go for that, but it's enough to get the
I
conversation
disagree.
started.
I think I think it comes down more to personality. I think we're just running elections based on personality now. If Trump had said that, and it was because it's Trump, they'd vote for him because he's Trump.
That's what's so mind-blowing to me. The best that we can do, I had a rant on this. I keep doing this. The best that we can do is Trump and Biden in the whole nation.
Well, I think Trump is
I-
definitely the guy to make it count. But
Well, I think that you'd have a hard time finding somebody more qualified than Donald Trump, just because he was the guy who's done the job before,
right,
and he did it pretty well.
prior work experience.
He did it pretty well. He did it pretty stinking well.
yeah. Well, and it is unfortunate, like you're saying, how it's more of like a popularity contest than a policy contest now. Like
Right.
like Ron DeSantis had pretty good policies, but he was so uncharismatic that he's losing and he's going to lose. And it's like, I kind of wish that we could overlook that, but that's nothing new for all of human history. It's always been about like there's charisma involved in these decisions. So it's like,
There was no charisma involved in the monarchies of Europe.
well, those guys are fake. They just play house and screw their brothers and sisters.
That's
Who
what-
cares about
Didn't
Dude,
they wear
they-
wigs too?
Well, they did because they couldn't they never washed their hair, so they would get bugs in it. So they would
No,
wear
dude, they
wigs.
wore wigs because of syphilis.
Probably that as well.
Of the head?
Dude, yeah, they would get holes in their body.
I think you're thinking of psoriasis of the head.
Nice.
Sorry.
You just cracked it, Mike.
I think that since we know it's going to be Trump versus Biden, who do we have for vice?
Also, who do we
Running
vote?
mate.
Do we vote for Biden or do we vote for Trump? What do we do?
Did Pence burn bridges that he's not?
Dude, I might vote for
Oh.
both a couple times just to see what happens.
Well, you could vote for Biden a few times. You might not be. You'd be lucky to vote for Trump once if you tried.
So, do you actually think Trump won the last election? There was so much fraud.
Yeah, dude.
Nice.
You think it's a chance that he won the biggest landslide in the Iowa caucus in history, or do you think it's because they tried to?
Well, I think-
or they stole
Well,
the
it is
last election?
Iowa.
It's a place.
Is Iowa a country?
Yes, it's in a country. Couldn't tell you which one. It's in a.
That's
country.
Caribbean.
Well, that's also in a country.
No. Iowa is in the Caribbean.
Some say so.
That's why it's so
No one
popular
really knows
for the
where
caucus.
it is. I think
No one really could know.
no one. Yeah, it's kind of like their Bermuda Triangle caucus.
Oh, I know where the Bermuda Triangle is.
I've never voted in the Bermuda Triangle caucus.
Since you've been
but I
flying
have voted in
airplanes,
the
you
Iowa
sure do.
caucus.
You're like, I gotta-
that's
I
a
gotta
there's
not go
a
there.
section of it. that
Whenever
you
we
talk
stop
about.
seeing Steve, we know where to look.
Well, we can't look there.
Well, we can. We just need to hire some billionaires
Rest
with
in peace,
submarines.
Steve. Rest in peace.
Be careful of those billionaires with submarines, bro. You go.
Yeah.
You go down.
You get flush crushed like a soda
richer
can.
billionaires that can hire better submarine drivers.
Dude, I didn't know you had submarine controllers over there.
Yeah, dude. It's like a PlayStation
The
controller.
PlayStation controller.
Did you say Pence?
Yeah,
He burned bridges. He's
he
done.
burned bridges.
Oh yeah, he's done.
because he
I was
said,
thinking,
I thought he was
I
going,
guess
like,
Trump
very
didn't
early.
win.
Well, I think he. I don't know. He was put in a tough spot when he had to like certify, but I think he burned bridges by running for president. Only because Trump is kind of vindictive, and he won't.
yeah, but
Wait,
he's also he also easily forgives people.
Yeah,
He's like,
if they bend
Chris
the knee.
Christie, man, what? I like that guy. You know, like he'll like
that
him
what
one
he
second,
said?
then he'll hate him, and then he'll
Well,
like him again. It just
And he'll like them once he's beat them.
yeah, dude. He beats the socks off you, and then he's like, yeah, I like him.
So-
he's a good guy.
I
Easy
think
opponent.
I think my issue with Trump is not Trump, but
Okay.
the Trumpers that have made Trump a religion is like terrifying to me.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
I
no,
agree.
it is very scary.
I agree. There's a lot of like those like.
With the same reason for Biden. All the people that worship Biden, like, I'm just kidding. There's no one that worships
Yeah, I was gonna
Biden.
Micro religion.
We call that a cult.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think people that like make him sound like he's the only hope for America.
Yeah, like,
Yeah, we all know that's Elon Musk.
Obviously.
that's what you do for Elon.
But what about like a Trump
test
RFK Jr. ticket?
No,
Wouldn't
dude,
that be
RFK
dope?
Jr.
Dude, that's what we need. It used to be when the country was founded that you had the president and then the runner-up or the
Yeah,
second place was the vice president.
Yeah, that'd
and it
be tight.
required it like forced
work together,
bipartisanship. Yeah, I
What?
know there's a reason why that is no longer the case.
Is that a real thing?
That's a real thing.
Didn't know that.
Was it forced or was it?
Was this before we had
It was
two parties?
probably when what's his name said, "My only regret is that I didn't shoot my vice president." Who was that? It was like Andrew Jackson, I think. He left.
never heard that
he
quote
left
before, dude.
Dude, he
That's
left
crazy.
the office, and his parting words were, "My only regret is that I didn't shoot Hamilton." or
My
whoever it
only
was."
regret is that I didn't shoot somebody. That's a
Dude,
pretty
look
good life.
up. Look up Andrew Jackson. Dude.
That's your only regret, dude. I
He
mean,
was in like 6 duels
savage.
as a president,
He was a bad guy.
like gun
dude.
duels.
Are you serious,
Dude, look it up. It's
Just
the best.
blasting caps.
He's the best.
He's a bad guy.
That's amazing.
Wait, what number was he?
20, like the dollar bill. I don't know.
I don't even know if it was Andrew Jackson.
That's why
I
Lincoln
think-
is on the penny. He was the first president.
100.
No, No, he died when he was 100. There's a system to all these things. Dude, Lincoln was the first
Alexander
president.
Hamilton was never the president. That's why he's on the 10.
Don't you see it all makes sense?
It's a system.
Yeah.
It took 3 warehouses of government employees not doing anything to come up with the system, but there is a system.
It's true.
Hey, Luke, used to be a different profession than you have now. What do you think about a car driving into a warehouse full of cotton candy? Would it make it through, or would it get stopped by the compressing of the?
You're talking.
Let
Fluffy?
Dan paint the picture because he loves
Fluffy,
doing it.
yes.
Okay, but is this a building where they make
It doesn't. No.
Is
That's
there
just a warehouse.
stagnant.
It's
It's
just a warehouse
stagnant.
full
Can I
of it.
finish? Can I
No,
finish?
you can't
No.
because it's an easy question.
It's
to
already
answer.
been. It's already been asked.
Is there a barrier between the cotton candy and the wall, or is it wall cotton candy?
I feel like it's a garage door. It's open.
It's an
and then
open
it's just like
hanger.
Oh, okay.
It's an airplane
Oh,
hanger.
open hanger,
Just
and you're
big ol'
driving-
square
I see what you're
rectangle.
saying. Driving straight into cotton candy.
Yes.
Would it
So
make it through?
at 60 miles an hour,
Is the car wet?
sedan,
Ooh, is the car wet?
thrown into
That's a good
neutral
question.
the second it hits.
Is the
How
car,
far is it going to go?
is the car wet?
No.
Okay, if it's wet, I would say it would go a little bit. Throw it into neutral, and when this thing's packed, I think it wouldn't go far.
No, but it's the normal consistency, top to bottom, but it can compress as you go left to right.
The reason why I think it wouldn't matter.
It
like,
can compress as you go left to right.
Yeah, just not top to bottom.
He's talking about like if you're viewing the car going from right all the way to the left. He's talking about in his head.
It can
it's
compress
different than the way you're
accordion
thinking of it.
style, but not this direction.
Okay, so you're driving straight into a garage full of cotton candy.
Correct.
It can go this way. It just can't go this way.
Right.
Okay, that was the opposite of what you were trying to say. I feel like.
No.
Okay.
I told you guys
I feel
were
like this
thinking
wouldn't
of the same
matter.
thing differently.
I think it wouldn't go. No, if it can compress this way, then I think it would go kind of far because it's going to find space somewhere.
I agree with you.
Yeah, if it was like a totally packed, I think it wouldn't go far. But if it can find space somewhere, I think it's going to find space. You get what I'm saying?
Well, there's still a roof.
Okay, but that's what I'm saying. Is it densely packed? Like there's
No,
no.
it's normal consistency as if it was on a stick.
I get that, but is it full in the room? Is there any space
Yes.
in the room for the cotton candy to go?
No.
It's
Okay,
But
then I
there's
don't think
so-
it would go very far.
There's so
How
much
far?
space inside a cotton
Dude,
candy.
I think you're thinking cotton candy is far denser than cotton candy is.
I guess what I'm thinking is like, I guess I'm stuck on like it being like a room full of it where it's like packed tightly.
Yes.
But when you're saying it's just like the kind you hold.
Cotton
on
Yeah.
to.
candy consistency.
Yeah, it would go far.
How far?
How long is
Maybe
the
all
hanger?
the way through.
It's unlimited.
Unlimited.
Whoa, forever?
Well, until
yeah,
the car stops.
How
I
much
would
cotton
say-
candy are you getting?
I would say like 20% less than if you just.
Let's
threw
say
it in
100
neutral.
yards. Would it make 100 yards?
Wait. If you're driving a
Yes,
regular
100%.
car, you're not making it 20 yards if you just let go of the gas or
No,
100
you should
yards.
throw it in neutral. It's going.
How fast are you driving into?
60.
60 miles an hour thrown into neutral the second that it hits.
Okay. Well, then you're going to I think there's going to be minimal. You say 20% reduction. I
yeah.
think more like 5% reduction.
Yeah, it could be.
Because think of like your big cotton candy thing. You can mash that down
I know.
into like that big.
Yeah,
like
you're right.
the size of a pea.
Yeah. There's only one way to test it.
He said
How?
B.
We do it.
I did a scale model a long time ago.
Do you know that Dan legitimately wred into Mythbusters and asked them to do this? And then was offended that they didn't
Someone
write him
went-
back.
that paper.
Luke just pantomimed
It was
crumpling
online.
up paper. And
We have a
throwing it.
camera.
No, there's a camera.
Yeah, but some people will still listen to it on Podbean.
Well,
That's-
stop.
You know what I mean?
You know, you Saudis are better than that.
Do you guys have anything like that you've always wondered that's never been proven or disproven?
Yes. What would you do if you were spontaneously transported back in time to another culture?
Yes. Why does the
Invest
in
vacation
Apple.
always say if you have an erection longer than 4 hours? What happens at 4 hours and 1 minute?
Did you say erection?
Erection.
Bro, you don't
Yeah.
have enough blood to your brain, so you die.
What happens?
How much blood do you need?
I think it goes to your hips and you blow up.
Dude, all I know is my whole body goes white.
All the blood in Steven's body's just like in one spot.
That doesn't happen to you guys.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. My whole body is like pale, cold to the touch.
Dude, you guys are weird.
You're 26
this
years
even
old.
happen?
Why are you even going near those things?
I'm not. I'm
What's
just
happened
curious.
in your life?
I'm not. I'm just curious. Why does it always say 4 hours? What happens?
Because by then you should probably call a doctor.
Because 3 hours
But
is
why?
normal, bro.
But why?
3 hours and 59 minutes. There's still hope.
I'm just saying, dude. Like, why are we calling
This
a doctor?
is the
What happened?
dumbest thing that you
does
dwell
it explode out the end?
Oh.
on. This is getting. We need to stop this. You're muted. You're done.
Yeah. He's
You asked, and I
Ben,
answered.
what do you fixate on?
I don't think it would explode out the end.
Can we stop?
Oh, wait.
Stop talking about this. My
just
children listen
just
to this
something
podcast.
completely different than
Yeah.
oh.
Yeah, no, I didn't need your opinion.
Oh, I thought you were it's like, why am I being dragged into this? I don't know. I don't really think I've ever thought anything like these two thoughts.
Wait,
That might
Steve,
be the
what was
first
yours?
time
If you were
transported back in time.
what would you do? Like, how would you make yourself known that you have all this knowledge of the future,
To
or
a
would you
few.
be murdered for being a witch?
I think I would let a few know.
But who?
The ones that I know can help me with.
Then
stuff.
you just be an insane person and be like treated as an insane person in the 1600s.
Not if I can prove
which
it.
is not a good
See,
spot.
but imagine being so dumb at history like me.
Right.
And they were like, if you're from the future, then what happens next? I don't.
I was just.
That's
I can't
that's
actually
a Nate
help
Bargatze
you.
joke.
Is that right?
Yeah.
To a different civilization.
Dude, yes, Nate Bargatze. That's right.
What?
I don't.
time-
They would just think.
It's just like a normal guy.
What time period would you go to?
No, you don't get to choose.
If-
So that's the thing. Like, I've thought about this way too much. But like, am I getting transported back to like the Middle Ages in Europe, like the Renaissance Europe? Because I don't know that I could speak the language. I think that I could get by with it, but then that's only if I'm in England, not Wales or Scotland or Ireland, or if I'm in like France, heaven forbid. Then they're gonna murder me because I'm not French.
Wales is an animal, not a place.
You're right. Sorry, but or you could go back to where I'm at right now, which we would have the Algonquin or the paddle.
Go ahead.
Shoot,
Go ahead. Sound it out.
Powhatan Indians around
The
here,
Pawnee Indians.
Powhatan.
which would. I think they were friendly, but I don't know history enough to bet my life on it.
guys.
Yeah. Well, hey, White Devil. Not that they would do that.
Dude, again with a smile.
Oh my god, dude,
Hey,
it's just it's too much.
I heard or I saw a fact that's really
Luke has a,
pretty cool.
I would say hard out right now, but I don't feel comfortable with saying that.
Yeah.
He has to leave.
I gotta roll.
All right.
Peace
He
out,
can't
fellas.
sleep 13 minutes later.
See ya, Unsaudis. Y'all be safe out there.
All right, and Luke is gone from our memories.
This
So
podcast just got a lot less PG-13.
the
Back to G.
I saw that the sun compared to the Milky Way is the same size in relation as a white blood cell to the United States.
No way.
Isn't that crazy?
That is nuts.
Continental United
Sure.
States.
You're not including it, Alaska. All right, and all of our Unsaudis on YouTube can see Luke's butt. All right. Hey, Luke, you have a great day, man.
Hey, you too, tonight.
We can't hear you, but we appreciate it.
The mustache rub.
Yeah. Could you hear that?
Yeah.
Stop.
It's pretty nice.
I don't like all this
I
rustling.
know. I'm sitting there watching him put his jacket on, and I can't even think
We
of
can't like
anything.
keep going with
Something
the podcast.
about white blood cells and the sun and the universe.
Lee, dude, get the keys and go.
You know what they should do? They should put a key. They should put a button on the car that you can like go push and it like beeps your keys.
Yeah, but then all
they
the
do have that.
burglars would burgle you better. You're gonna find your keys.
Yeah, but maybe a code
They should have
then?
a code on your phone that your phone can act as the key to your car.
I think they have that too.
Wait, they actually have the first thing I said? For real? You can
It's
beep
just not
your
on your
keys?
car. You can just get a beeper and put it on your keychain.
Yeah, that's true.
His keys probably are in here. Is that them on your bag?
Nope, those are mine.
Okay, well, let's keep rolling with the podcast. Luke is a big boy. He can find his keys. Maybe. Why do you use military time on your phone?
Because if you were to go back into time,
Mm-hmm.
you would not invent time that goes 1 through 12 and then 1 through 12 again. Like, how many hours in the day are there? There's 24. Well, then we should count 1 to 24. That's what we should do.
But it's just easier not having to do all those 2-syllable numbers, like 16.
For how
17.
long? For how long is it? Oh, really?
That's where you get hung up on.
Dude, it's just quicker to say.
I was totally expecting you to be like, it's too hard to do the math.
Do you think in military time or do you think in standard? Like, oh, it's 1600. Okay, well, I guess
It
it's
depends
4
what
o'clock.
idiot I'm talking to.
No, but you're talking to yourself. You look at the watch and or your phone and it's 2000, 2000.
Yeah.
Did I say 2000?
I don't know.
Okay. Are you thinking, oh, it's 2000? Or are you thinking, oh, it's 8 o'clock?
I think they're both the same thing in my head.
Really?
Yeah,
Weird.
pretty much. But I just think the
Obviously
1
the
through
math.
12 thing is goofy because it's like, hey, I'll meet you here at 7:30. It's like, that could be really confusing, right? Be
No,
like,
not if
what,
it's 7:30.
What time?
You tell me one person's going to meet me at 7:30 in the morning.
I think that's
Hey,
a pretty
what-
reasonable
yeah, it's
time
pretty
for some
okay,
people.
as I said, it was like, not that bad.
You know the McDonald's every day, like 6 or 7 in the morning. There's like a group of old men that had breakfast.
Guys, we could
Dude,
be
that's
that group
kinda
of old
gangster.
men.
We could record it too. My sister, she works at a fast food restaurant, and she said that there's a group of older people who eat together every morning too.
Dude, that's a common Bible study thing at some fast food
Panera.
restaurants that are typically linked with Christianity. That they do Bible study, or these pastors will have meet and have breakfast together and stuff. It's so adorable.
That's kind of cool.
Should be us.
I would
Well, I
totally.
think these guys were just
do
old
that.
and wanted to be friends.
Also, that's kind of a lot of money.
That is, dude, I can't
Like, if
imagine.
you're gonna go Chick-fil-A every morning, let's just say Chick-fil-A,
Wow.
you're looking at like $13 for breakfast or something like that.
What?
Well, they can't meet anymore. Inflation.
Yes.
Dude, breakfast is notoriously cheaper.
Okay, well maybe it is. I don't know what breakfast. I don't even like.
Guys,
Chick-fil-A
what if we
breakfast.
did a Taco Bell breakfast club?
I've never tried that. Have you tried it?
No. Dude,
You can
I
get
may
normal
have tried
tacos.
it.
Have you tried
and
their
I do
seafood?
that, yes.
Taco Bell is seafood?
Yeah.
Since when?
Sometimes I think they've had shrimp tacos before.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure.
Do you guys know
you're
that
moving
the,
that mic
the
a lot.
I
Wen-
don't know it for a fact.
the
but I'm
Wendy's
pretty
app
sure.
is the best app to use.
There's a Wendy's app?
Yeah, dude, and there's a button on there that just allows you to get like $2 off of whatever meal you're getting.
Dude, they're so free with their mini Frosties. You just say, hey,
Really?
I have a mini Frosty keychain. And they're like, all right. They don't even ask for it. Sometimes they ask
How do you
for
get
it.
a mini Frosty keychain?
It's like a
You have to
dollar.
get it at the beginning of the year. It's like,
so wait,
it's for
well,
like,
yeah, that's why they're not checking because they're like, no guy's gonna scam us.
it's
for
for like
free mini Frosty.
isn't it for St. Jude's?
I think
Children's
so,
Hospital.
yeah. So who's going to scam you?
Yeah,
But
dude.
even still, buy the $1 thing and you get free Frosties all year.
Exactly.
And more than a mini Frosty, nobody needs. We can mute you when you move your mic back and forth.
It's okay. I think people will see it happening.
Yeah, but
and the noise that goes with it will.
Are you
then
guys,
make sense?
Are you a YouTube podcaster or are you a iTunes podcaster? Or
I'm neither.
the other one?
I just.
Are you a...
I'm a Spotify.
I'm just so
Yeah.
desired
So
in
you guys
conversation that I
are-
just show up for this.
And Spotify pauses the video for you if you're driving, which is
Wait,
annoying.
Spotify...
You can get
you
out of
can
it,
get
though.
video on Spotify?
Yeah,
For
if you're not
Rogan.
connected to Bluetooth, because it assumes you're in the car.
Okay, but I'm... I'm just saying.
Yes.
Okay. I didn't know that.
There's a button to get out of it though.
What do you mean?
Top right corner, that car X
Oh.
thing.
What?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, dude.
That's
you
like
just-
the Amazon
you
one,
just
too.
push the button there and it says leave car mode, and you leave car mode, it puts you back on video. Or
But I just feel
maybe it's different on non-iPhones.
Dude, if you're downloading a video podcast every day for Rogan, that you're wasting so much memory on your phone.
You
You
can
can
get it-
download it. You just stream it.
I think you can get rid of it. I think you can like delete it off your phone.
Oh.
Wouldn't
I
you
guess that's
stream
true.
it?
The
Yeah, like once
iTunes
in a
one,
while.
I only go through iTunes, but I found one finally because I was like, all my memory was getting eaten up on my phones. I looked, I had like 2,000 podcasts downloaded and stuff, but you can delete and only keep the most recent 5 of each show or something, which has really, really helped my memory.
That's awesome. You guys are awesome.
Hey, man, I really appreciate you for that.
Yeah. Sometimes I feel like we just need to hear that. That we have value. Because sometimes our conversations feel like they have no value.
Amen.
Hey, all you Ansadis out there, you have value.
Well,
This camera's probably not even on.
Dude.
do they have a podcast? Or do they only listen?
If you're just a listener of a podcast, you actually don't have any value.
There's no value that I can guarantee you have.
But we love you. Most of you.
I feel like I want to put his microphone closer to me so I can get double
You
volume.
just get it's muted. It's done.
You could just turn it up.
Do you want to turn your volume up?
No.
No, don't be ridiculous.
No, it's too loud.
All right, hey, can you close us out with that wooden flute?
Dude, I would love to. This
Do you
Also,
have a-
after
do you
you're
have
done
an-
closing us out, I want to talk a little bit more. And slower paced. While we continue to roll.
so am I closing this?
How long have we been on?
And 56?
We're at 56
We should keep going.
for 4 minutes. This is
3 more
smart.
hours.
All right. Well, I'm gonna play us out, but hey, guys, this song was written specifically for this moment in time, and just pat someone on the back today. Don't
Also,
pat-
did they come out with a Matthew Perry like abuse thing? Did-
what?
Like a book?
I heard somebody talking about it today. That like there's an article about Matthew Perry and like abusing women. Like they're canceling him now. Now they're canceling him.
course.
Posthumously? That's crazy.
Isn't that crazy?
I did think that there was some stuff with him. I knew like the drugs and everything, but
Well, yeah, obviously.
That's his whole life, basically.
yeah,
But isn't that interesting? That
I had not heard
and I'm
that.
not even sure it's true. I haven't looked. I googled it and I saw like one article, but I don't know what they were claiming.
Oh.
But that seems like such a weird thing to do.
What's weird is we're about to play us out, and then you just drop this bomb on us.
We'll have to explore that one next week.
All right, so again, don't pat yourself on the back this week. Pat someone else on the back.
Yeah, tell them that they have value because we all have value.
I couldn't do it.
I looked over at your face. I looked over at your face.
You have to be so straight faced. All right, let's try it again. Give us the line. Ben, give us the line. Ben, give us the line.
Because you all have have value.
Peace out. Have a good one.